Podcast, you can't win. I touch black and whites just by stroking my chin. Tell Marva got a plan if he just sit in. And we can be the sons and thus fit in. Talking a good game, topics never lame. Conversations just the same right before they left the brain. Seriously funny, but if you take it seriously, you end up smiling. If not, laugh hilariously. And every Tuesdays we're on the one, so stay in tune before noon. It's the Podical Sons.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. I am Saint Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the flipping shit.
Start the fire.
Yo, yes, to the lovely people, if this is the first time seeing us, brace yourself. And to the regular degglers, you already know who is the saint in this one and who isn't. Like, subscribe, comment, all the above. Get at your boys. And let's get into some of the shit.
If you really believe he's the saint of the show,
he can't even talk right.
You
so
haven't
that means
watched
you know.
enough
that
episodes.
Means you know.
So, I mean, we're at this. This is going to be 95 now. So you got a whole run to lead up to this point to realize what's really happening and what's going on.
My halo's right over my head, folks.
Yeah. It was a switch to like some horns in a second. Give it some time.
How are you today, kind sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm feeling...
You got your white pants on, let them know you're not on your period, whatever you need to clamp on.
Every now and then you gotta show up and show bright. So I'm show bright right now with the...
Yo, one of my gay friends, he said, yo, his clothes always have to be bright and tight.
Bright and tight.
That's the call to action.
Okay.
So okay. Bright and tight. Are you kind of toy, like a twig over there?
They slim. They slim.
They slim. They're not tight.
They slim.
But they bright though.
They bright.
It's gotta be clean. It's gotta be tight.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get to the shits and stuff. Whatever. First, let's touch on the question. One of the questions of the week. So the other question and stuff, whatever, we posted, had a little heat, had a little traction and stuff, whatever. Is 5 inches enough in the bedroom? What do you say to the masses?
Is 5 inches enough in the bedroom? And when I was in high school and we did what that had been? Parenting class?
Health class?
It might have been health class. But when they touched on sex ed, I have a feeling that it might have been parenting class too. Mm-hmm. We didn't have the argument in class. And the teacher said 3 inches a woman can feel.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
She said 3 inches a woman can feel. Now, the difference between feel and have fun might be different with some women out there. But at 5, I'm saying at 5, she should probably feel something.
One would think.
Maybe 5 with girth.
5 with girth.
5 with girth.
How big is girth we talking about? All right, because one year I bought the boy Ben, salute to Ben Dillinger, the book How to Live with a Huge Penis.
Okay.
So one inside cover, it gave you like to measure like the inches, and the other one on the back was a target. I said, after I give him this book, I'm never touching that book ever again. Because I'm like,
those type of books that
you know your limit, you play within it, whatever, right? So I had
that book over the corner. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I had like a little target little thing, stuff about like, guess to measure the girth or the width.
Okay.
And everything like whatever. And I was looking, I was like, because it went by what's that? Diameter. So like it's like pi, 3.14 and everything. So the diameter and stuff. So if we're talking like girth, all right. So 5 inches of length. What are you talking about width wise?
Width?
Yeah, we're talking about diameter, like width. How much you think?
I'd say probably like maybe an inch and.
Hold on, let me measure this shit real quick. So inch. This is an inch right here.
Yeah.
So an inch and what now?
I want to say like maybe an inch and a half.
So inch and a half. So that's about that.
Yeah.
And that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can do it.
Yeah,
I think I can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if some dudes might even be that big. You gotta stretch something.
They do a muscle workout, bro. They lifting up the towel. They doing towel ups.
Yo, I remember one day I used to date this girl way back in the day. I was like 18, 19 when I had just came to Canada.
Right.
And I was fresh out the shower and she was in the spot and I was drying off. And she said, let me take it. She like, let me get your towel for you. So like, oh shit, I think she's about to bless me and stuff, whatever. Again, just came out the shower.
Yeah.
She took the towel and threw it right. You know, she jerked me.
Right.
And then she took the towel and stuff and just threw it at me, whatever. Like, shit, I just want to make sure your dick can stand up with a wet towel on it. I was like, oh. So after you said the towel, I was like, I'll be that.
Towel test, though. That's a towel test going on.
I didn't even know such thing existed
towel test going
until
on,
that
bro.
day. Is that an old school thing? Okay. Nah, man. So you say yes. 5 inches is enough.
I would say yes.
I say no.
Then I'm not a woman, so I really can't.
I'm not a woman, but I'm just saying, I know some size queens.
Yeah.
Some size queens and stuff, whatever. I remember like I asked a few women and stuff, whatever. And I remember one woman told me, she's like, that better be soft. She's like, that better be soft. If I had 5 inches, I would probably only date Asian women.
You'd stick to a particular
demographic.
A particular demographic.
Ilk. A particular ilk.
Particular ilk that you could fit.
Because black women would be like, yo, what is that? Whatever. You're not about to dick shame me just because your walls and stuff is a little wider than the most.
So what you say the average they would consider?
What? Average black women
so
or
you
size
said
queens?
one lady said it better be when it's hard between 7 and 8.
Yeah.
So we say between
7 and 8.
Between 7 and 8.
7 and 8, whatever, right? Because then some of them and stuff say like 9 and 10. That's too much. One chick, I remember, salute to her, I'm not going to mention her name and stuff, but she said, long time ago, she said, big and fat is where it's at. Long and thin hurts when it goes in. So I was like, I see it. I get it. But like you were saying, with the whole 1.5 inches, that would do the job. I'm pretty sure.
That'll do the job.
That'll do the job and stuff, whatever. But
if you didn't think of the diameter of a baby's head, it's got to be what, at least 3 around 3 inches?
About bigger than that.
Maybe even bigger than that?
Yeah, maybe about like 5.
About 5 inches?
About 5.
Okay, so if you think, if it could stretch to that capacity during childbirth. Right? 1.5 inches ain't no problem.
Yeah.
1.5 inches, that's no problem, man.
They ain't no problem.
It's no problem.
It's just a different kind of action. Their action or whatever. But yeah, we're not going to shame big pussy women. He told me to say that. Once again, I'm just saying. And we're not going to shame the organic dick men out there or whatever. Like because I remember I got to a conversation one day with this woman and stuff, whatever.
Listen, man, you get in where you fit in.
No, but okay, there's one chick.
Get in where you fit in.
There's one chick said that, all right, so I'm cut.
Right.
I'm circumcised, right? And I remember this chick I'm talking to and stuff, whatever, what she said and stuff is that every guy she's been with has been circumcised. But then I remember I got to this big conversation with somebody knew. This girl, she only dated Jamaican and European dudes. And they're not cut. Most of them.
Okay.
A good average of them stuff aren't cut. They're not circumcised with it. She's like, it's uncircumcised. So I was like, yo, I remember when I was little, I dick shamed the dude and stuff once. And you know, you like little kids peeing on a tree, taking a break from like playing and everything. Yeah. So all peeing and everything. And the one dude, he wasn't cut and everything and stuff for that. They were like, yo, your wee-wee look weird. Right. And the guy's like, no, it's normal. He kind of pulled everything back. And he's like, oh, that's what it is. So then one dude went in on him like, your shit like an elephant nose and everything like that.
Got a trunk?
Yeah. And I was like, wow. And I was like, there's people out here. So I brought it back to the conversation to the women with them. I'm like, yo, women be out here dick shaming dudes. I'm like, I'm pretty sure dudes will be out here big pussy shaming y'all. Yeah. And everything like that, whatever. Yeah. Like they might say it like on the low ski, but like, throwing the hot dog in the hallway, but Kegels, baby.
Kegels will do it.
Kegels will save your life. Yeah, so I don't know.
And for the uncircumcised men, pull the scully back trick. You know what I mean? Hit her off with the scully back trick. You know,
the fuck is a scully back trick?
You know what I mean? If they're circumcised, they just pull that foreskin back and the head pop out. Plip. and she just think like it's circumcised. That's what I mean.
See, I think it only. I remember OG told me stuff with it. OG woman, she said that she has no time. She has no time for unhard dick. So she said if it's hard, she's like she don't care if it's circumcised or uncircumcised and stuff. Whatever.
She gonna deal with it.
The task is gonna get done.
Yeah,
the task is gonna get done and stuff for her. So she's like, if it's uncircumcised and it's soft, she has no time for that. Anybody have time for that shit? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, and then because she was saying, she's like, yo, like. So even if it's in porn and stuff, whatever, right? She's like, she used to watch porn and the dude is uncircumcised and stuff, whatever. The task is still getting done. Yeah. So I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So I was like, I get it. Okay, so size doesn't matter to you. Like the size. I know you're
her.
To her. But that's what I'm saying. You think 5 inches is enough. What about size? Because you watch porn. You watch the straight porn. Mm-hmm. I watch lesbian porn. Right. Do you prefer to watch a porn with a big dick or average sized dick?
I'm not watching porn for the dick.
But you're watching the porn when the dick's going in the vagina.
I'm watching for her reaction when the dick's going in the vagina. That's all. So
do
you have a schlongadongadong, or we have a two-pick Rick. As long as she
two-pick Rick slongadongadong. What is this, Resurrection of the Old School?
as long as she getting to work and she excited about it, that's all I'm looking at.
Okay. I seen POV.
Right.
I see POV. I kind of get POV.
You kind of get POV?
You ain't seeing that much of the dude.
See, POV is what?
POV, I can semi-rock with, but I know a dude.
Yeah.
I know a dude. My man will watch, he'll hunt on the porn sites for a dick that looks like his. Is that sus? Is that questionable?
I don't know if it's more sus or questionable. Other than role playing and and hold on, what's another term I would put it? Living vicariously through that porn star. I mean, it's like that can't be me right there, but I wish it was me. Maybe if I find somebody who's kind of like similar built to me, then I could image myself, project myself into that dude, and then hit that porn star pussy.
See, I can probably do POV. Like, watch that. But I need a dude to take a vow of silence like a monk. Because I don't want to hear I don't want to hear no dude. I don't want to hear no dude. Yeah, go ahead and suck that. I'm like, what? Yeah, right. Like, but in the POV, it's always her talking. It's never really. No. You heard see POV? I'm pretty sure that's the.
I've never seen it.
But even in the regular ones and stuff, when it's not POV, the dudes in it. Lex Steele. Yeah. I could never get down with a Lex porn and stuff, whatever. I'd be like, yo, Cannon. And then he'll come out like, oh, that.
I don't know. They're not even there for me, though.
Yeah, but how do you feng that shit out?
They're there, but they're not even there for me. She's a little bit more louder, a little bit more vocal. She drowns out whatever.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay. For me. Okay. And then I know another dude, he said, what he said, hold on, he had 5 things. He's like, the porn he watches, it has to have big boobs, buff dudes, full nudes, no poos, and big spews. So I'm like, why the buff dudes piece and stuff, whatever, right? Yeah. But he said, if it's a porn, right, and he don't got a body like that and everything. Right. And he's like, he sees a dude in a porn, probably a worse body than his or a body like his. He's like, how the hell he get to fuck the chick?
His self-esteem will just be sunken so he'll be in a low place. He'll be in a low place so with that one.
He wouldn't finish.
Yeah. Right.
You agree? Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm sitting here on the couch and I could be that dude. Yeah. I could be that dude.
He's like, I could be that dude. Like, yo, how the fuck he get to fuck her with a body like that?
I can see where he's going with that.
And I was like, yo, like, okay, I see it. I get it.
I get it.
Okay. All right, man, let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Let's get to the regular shit.
let's talk about the Lionel Morris situation. Why do you think this information took so long to come out? Explain to the folks and stuff, whatever. And then...
Well, I mean, what's there to explain? It's just... I can tell you why it wouldn't come out.
Why it would?
Why it wouldn't come out. Before I even tell you the situation. Imagine not only the city, not only the state, not only the country, but the world is at unrest.
On racial divide.
Of what happened with George Floyd, right? And then consider all the things that's happening that has come to light after George Floyd, and not even just come to light, but happened after, but also resurfaced because some of these events have, happened prior, right?
Right, like the Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah,
that happened in March. This situation happened in February 4th.
This situation happened February 4th.
Right.
See, so you imagine it's something that we can suppress as long as we possibly can. We know it's gonna get out, but if it gets out at this point in time, it might be a bigger, explosion than we can handle. Other than, let's see if we can let this situation simmer down a little bit, and then, however we've been trying to get, we can't, because we know we can't keep this information for long. They had body cams.
They did have body cams.
All right, so who are we talking about again? You say his name once more.
What, Lionel Morris?
Lionel Morris. Yet another victim of an arrest gone wrong. I want to say, because we're not going to get to the point whether or not a crime has been committed or a crime has not been committed. We've seen situations where crimes have been committed and the race was not black and the treatment was different.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So it's not even a situation where we can say a crime is committed from a crime hasn't been committed, because some of the heinous crimes have been committed. That's murder. Somebody got a sandwich. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dude got murdered 2 people on the run. He got water fed to him by the police.
Right.
Just on a suspicion of us doing anything wrong, we had the knees on our back, knees on our throat. So this is a gentleman in a similar situation where he had multiple cops on him. You know what I mean?
I feel like the part that was fucked to me was what they said, like when he said he couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So when he said he couldn't breathe, then the cop said, if you can talk, you can breathe. Cool off, or calm down. And that's the part.
You know what the funny thing is? I never understood this notion, because that's I think the second or third time I've heard that someone mentioned something like that.
Right.
Like I don't know if it was the mayor of some city who had said if the dude said he can't breathe, the fact that the mere fact that he could get the words out means that he can breathe. No, that's some desperation gas you're getting those words out with.
But I think even, like, all right, the funny thing, what I paid attention to, I want to say, remember the old, what's that Chris Brown, that Look at Me Now, when Buster was going at it, whatever?
Yeah.
His verse?
Yeah.
It's like you take a gasp and then you're like, give it away. You're not breathing. You're kind of just exhausting the air and stuff like whatever, right? So if you're struggling to breathe, you're not taking in oxygen. You're kind of just aspirating that.
Coming out. Right,
exactly.
right.
So if you're like, can't breathe, I'm not breathing in that process.
Exactly.
So that's the part that kind of was fucked to me. The other part and stuff, whatever, is that I think when they brought the autopsy information and stuff, whatever, after they did the autopsy on him, because after they held him down and realized he was lifeless, they wrote him off dead on the way going to the hospital. The autopsy and stuff, and they said he had meth in his system, weed in the system, opioids, morphine, and I think there's another kind of opioid and stuff, whatever, or like a diazepine or something like that, whatever, right? Like a lorazepam or Ativan or something like that. I'm not too sure. I can't remember and stuff exactly, but for the officer to say cool out, and then for you to bring the autopsy and stuff, because the autopsy and stuff was revealed June 15th.
Yeah.
To say, like, he had these things in his system. That's the reason why they arrested him in the store, because they thought, suspicion of theft.
Right.
And everything and stuff like whatever. That was thing. But I'm like, why wait till now for the information to come out? I feel like, it's just the powers that be just wants to make sure this shit continues on.
And why even make it so, so pertinent at this point in time with what you said, that's with all that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it's almost like, okay, yeah, it has died down a bit. We settled, we saved this information from making everything boil over its boiling point, and it settled down a bit. The information is gonna come out anyway, I feel, right? It's like there's only so much that you can hold it under wraps for.
Facts.
Right? So it's now on how you control the information. What is the justification behind controlling the information? So if you're on both sides of the fence, right? The support for the police, right?
Okay.
And you're on the other side of the fence, the support for and the cause for change,
Mm-hmm.
right? Both sides can agree that the violence that would take place if that was to come out at that point where it's just boiling water, nothing's boiling over. The violence that would take place would probably do more harm than it would do good for either side, right?
Okay.
So let's wait then till you know what I mean. It's let's wait then till this simmers down a bit. And then it's not gonna make it. It's none the better that it happened. But at least we can control the narrative a bit to the point where, if there is gonna be some form of uprising, it wouldn't probably be as bad as it was.
See, and I disagree to that. Because I look at it stuff as that this situation took place in February, right? The murder of this man, some more stuff, took place in February. Investigations and all that type of stuff was brewing during the whole COVID time and all the above and everything like that, the lockdowns and stuff. Could this happen in Arkansas, 35 miles north of Little Rock? Right? The Conway Police Department and stuff knew, and then when the autopsy came out, it was June 15th. Yes, if it had came out like, okay, this is what it was and stuff, whatever, it would have been like, yeah, another thing and stuff to come out, whatever. But even if, like, even the peoples and stuff who knew him, you put these things up to social media and all this type of stuff, whatever, that would have been circulating around. It's like the Arbery thing. The information was put out and stuff whatever before, like, all that was said and done, like the arrests and stuff weren't done and all that. It was time for that to kind of happen and stuff, whatever. But March, April, May, June, July, we're almost in August before it surfaces, because it just surfaced out this week.
Just surfaced out.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, when you come down to it, whatever, I'm like, nah, it's a bit dodgy. And I feel like a lot of people and stuff, whatever, they're not really like taking the time and stuff to take a deep breath, to take a step back and try to look at the situation.
Yeah.
They're just looking for something else to kind of just get enraged and channeled by and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's a ploy. To me, it's a ploy. It's a plot for something like this and stuff to kind of surface up. So I was like,
So you're saying that you feel like they're trying to perpetuate something?
I feel like, my personal opinion, this is an ongoing thing. Is it gonna stop? Probably not, no time soon. But for all we know and stuff, there might be another 10 cases and stuff in the cut in different places and stuff in America, right? And then there might be another 5 in other countries and stuff, whatever. But it's kind of like when the steam is starting to go down, we'll throw something else in the fire and stuff for that to kind of refuel it and stuff again. And the racial divide isn't gonna help anybody.
Do you think? I mean, here's something for the the sun theorist to nibble at. Do you think anytime where the news cycle calms down a little bit, where you can get some little Epstein drama happening, something jumps in to try and take away from the Epstein drama?
Nah, the Epstein thing is too big to quell. It's way too big to quell. Because you got royalty and other affluential people tied up in this shit.
Yeah.
People won't let that shit lie now. We already exposed part of it and stuff, whatever. So I mean, like,
right.
It's not gonna quiet down and stuff.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not gonna quiet down, but yeah, I mean, it's the little distraction from it. I guess,
but people
wouldn't hurt those who have a lot to lose from it.
No, but I mean, when it comes down to it, whatever, people, their attention spans and stuff is shit. We've been trained and stuff, whatever, to make sure our attention spans are shit. You can't put a video no longer than a minute up on Instagram, Twitter, certain places and stuff like that, whatever, before you get into like a deeper type of thing.
Yeah.
Even me, I can say that for myself. If you show me a video and stuff that's longer, if somebody said, watch this video, it's longer than 10 minutes,
right?
I'm gonna need to take some quiet time to look at that shit. Don't be like, hey, look at this video. And I'm like, how long is this? 8 minutes? I got shit to do. Yeah. Send it to me. I'll look at it in my free time.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. We've been trained and stuff, whatever, to like, whatever we can focus on, if it's something we can focus on within a few sound bites or a minute or a short time frame and stuff, whatever, that's going to catch your attention.
That's what you grab.
So this Epstein shit, whatever, if you can feed us the information and stuff in like in 2-3 minutes flat, that's going to grab our attention.
Yeah.
If this is something new and stuff, whatever, pertaining to this dude, it's going to grab our attention.
Right.
But it's not like it's going to be gone. Because in any case, there's some person just jump up and say, yo, you heard about the Morris thing? Yeah. Lionel Morris, that's fucked up. Arkansas.
Right.
It's going to flag right back into their head. So they're not going to forget.
Right.
Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell. You're like, oh, is that Epstein's girlfriend? Well, it's not a girlfriend, but yeah, it comes right back to your forefront, whatever.
Oh.
It's word association.
And don't mean to cut you, but apparently, I'm not the only person who's been getting her name mixed up. Because
y'all fuckers need to go to fucking...
This writing has been throwing off a lot of people.
A lot of
people have been saying just Slain. Yeah, but it hasn't been just me.
Yo, I had that. I typed in her name into Google to go do info. Yeah. And then when I seen it, I hit play because it gave like a pronunciation of the name.
Right.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Not the Ghislaine, but all the other people, not including you, will just look at it and stuff and like, all right, fuck it. I can't pronounce it. I'm going to go what the fuck I see.
Ghislaine is how I know that name to be pronounced.
But I told you. But listen, I've been at war in the English language.
Yeah.
Lasagna. No, the G is silent. Who the fuck said the G is silent? Lasagna.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. The English language is a fucked up language and stuff, whatever.
I don't know, but is the origins of lasagna English?
The what?
The origins of lasagna. Is it English? I don't
Orange and lasagna?
The origin.
Oh, the origin? No, it's Italian. It's
Latin. So the Latin language is fucked up.
Yeah, but okay, even if and stuff, whatever, right? Knife.
Knife?
That's what I've been saying.
That's German.
Everybody looked at me and stuff, whatever.
I think the origin of knife is German.
Yo,
English is a calabash and shit.
Welcome to I feel sorry for all the foreigners trying to learn how to speak English.
This is true.
Because I'm saying, I'm like,
there's like what 3 different spellings of there and 4 different meanings for it.
Exactly. Red, the color.
Yeah.
Red, a book. Yo.
Yeah.
So you're trying to speak the language and stuff, whatever. Yo, Mark, out to you. I was like, yo, English wasn't my strong thing. I was stronger in science. That's what I do. Yo, I don't know, but pertaining to the whole Lionel Morris thing and stuff, whatever, like, I think the racial divide and stuff is still here. And it's going to be here and stuff, whatever, for a bit.
It's here, man.
No, I'm saying, like, I feel like bit by bit, through generations and stuff, whatever, shit will slowly change.
I think it's these generations of young kids, what's happening right now,
right?
Who are getting the proper explanation. Because I think it's more of the proper explanation of why things is being disseminated now to these youth that are growing up. So I think it's these ones who are coming up in this time will be like, oh man, it was so stupid. I remember when I was a child and they were fighting over this. It was so ridiculous what they were fighting over. You know what I mean? I think we're probably going to be, I hope we are going to be the last
Hope is good.
to fight over what we call this racial divide.
Hope is good.
I mean, I've been sitting down and really thinking about it, and it's so funny how we claim to be the smartest species on Earth, yet something as minute on a human scale as color, right? We take that and we try to find how do I say superiority and
superior.
And yeah, we tend to make that we all tend to make that a thing about it. However, if you look at a tiger,
okay,
a Bengal tiger is not looking at a Siberian tiger and saying, "Oh, he's a white tiger."
But how do you know? They might be speaking in a language
you
we
might
can't
be thinking
understand. Be like,
you think that's really happening
I think
in the animal kingdom, man?
Look, they might be growling at each other and stuff. And like, where you from? Siberia. He's like, with your cold ass. That's why your fur white.
That's why your fur is
like,
white.
we got a tans over here, baby. We orange over here, man. We get that melanin tint to us. You don't know. You don't know.
I don't feel that's happening. Do you feel that's happening?
It might be, bitch. It might be. That's what Gucci man said.
I don't
bitch,
feel
it might
that's
be.
happening, man. I feel like we're the only species on this earth that tends to make that a thing. Man,
possible.
I mean, I think that, and tend to make that thing. I would want to probably say later in man's existence, because I don't think it was ever a thing when man first ran up into each other and said, "Oh, yo, you're just like maybe 100 times shades lighter than me, but you're still me." Wow.
I think, yeah, but
hey,
if we go,
let's figure out something.
True, but I think like it's still even a different thing and stuff, whatever. Like, picture if you were living in the wilderness by yourself for like the longest, and then you see your first other human being when you're used to seeing animals. You're gonna take a pause, you're gonna take a step back and look like, oh shit, you kind of similar look like me, like, you know, but you look a little different. Regardless of black, white, or whatever. If you're a black dude living in the wilderness and you see a white dude, white person in the wilderness, seeing an Asian person, it's still gonna be that kind of pause moment and stuff like that. Whatever. But then it's that, what do you do after that?
Right.
Do you assimilate or do you separate?
Well, you're gonna notice that you're gonna notice that difference. You're always gonna notice that difference.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and even when it came to like the whole thing, whatever, like I don't quote me and stuff, whatever, about like if it's pseudoscience or if it's real or not, whatever. But I heard that they said the Caucasian people and stuff, whatever, they came from albino.
Okay.
They came from the albino descent type of peoples and stuff, and they kind of got like exiled, outcast when the whole thing was together as Pangea. Right. The continent was just one.
Right.
And they kind of went in a particular region and stuff, whatever, because they were exiled, outcast, and frowned upon and stuff, whatever.
Right.
So when
the region they would have went to would have been like the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the
north.
That's the term Caucasian would come from.
Right.
Right.
And out of all the races and stuff, whatever, today, Caucasians, pure Caucasian, are the only ones with pink nipples, because the albino, the lack of melanin. Asians got brown nipples. Blacks, Indians, damn near every race and stuff, whatever, except for like the Anglo-Saxon Caucasians, are the only ones with pink nipples.
Right.
So like when it came down to it and stuff, it was kind of like, I feel like this is humanity's karma coming back at them. My personal thing, you want to exile us? All right. And then we come back now, have the Roman Empire, and they just kind of run with shit after that. Because the Asians been popping with noodles and tea for the longest, and the British Caucasians made it seem like they got tea popping. Yeah. They made noodles and pasta popping when the Asians been doing this shit. Yeah. Before Marco Polo's time.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, it's kind of like, it's kind of like the descendants of like the Caucasians, like, ha ha ha, bitches. Yo, payback's a mother.
But I mean, okay, yes. I will agree when, they got to the time when they were Romans roaming around and conquering places. They had the wherewithal and the knowledge. But before they got the wherewithal and the knowledge, they had to come from someplace. So the whole theory of that, if we're going with what you're saying, the albino population, we're just going to ban them, send them away, and then they go up to the Caucasus Mountains where they further lose their melanin because of the lack of sun and this, that, and the third, and now they're a race that's not coming back. By the time they say the race came back to Africa, it wasn't open arms. It was it was an exchange of knowledge. It was this, that, and the third. It wasn't anything that they would consider threatening, to the point where they had maybe taught them some form of tactics that might be in the future turn around and be used against them.
Right.
But either or, if you can recognize the capacity of, hey, I can show you something and you can turn around and use that on me because you're really no different from me.
Mm-hmm.
Just now, probably the way in thinking. Otherwise than that, we 99% the same. Our skin maybe a little bit different.
But that's because I'm saying, but that's you. What you're thinking is of being pro-human, because you're all together. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people and stuff, whatever, they think more of themselves.
Yeah.
For themselves, excuse me, instead of like togetherness and stuff, whatever. Right? Like I said, like part of the issue we're having and stuff, whatever, as like a race, we lack the togetherness. So if most people and stuff within our own race thought like you, our race would be in a proper different predicament than where they are now.
No, oh yeah, I'll agree with that.
And that's what I'm saying.
Not just think like whole, but just think on that lines of thinking, because there's a good amount of people that think the way that we believe that. It's we are human first, and then everything else after that.
Yeah.
But it's just that those who just been taught that other perspective is what you're saying. It's just that you now gotta wait for them to outlive that perspective.
True, but I feel like even the other ones and stuff, like even us, let's say like we have a platform,
right?
We can voice how we feel and everything and stuff, whatever, to like several different people, to hundreds, to the thousands and stuff of people. And
to you out there,
salute to y'all. But then you have another pocket of people and stuff that will be quiet and quelled and won't say nothing, won't speak up.
Yeah.
Think about like the first time they probably lynched a person and stuff way back, whoever the fuck. Say they first lynched a person and stuff, whatever, right? Lynching to me is a brutal way to killing somebody.
Oh, it's
whatever, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like somebody, like say like out of like the 10s or 20 people that was watching, like let's say the quote unquote first lynching.
Yeah.
At least 2 or 3 of them probably like, yo, this is kind of fucked up. Like, why don't we just put a bullet in his dome? We gotta watch him, he or she, lose the life out of their thing and stuff, whatever. Yeah. But they never spoke up.
But there was a reason for all of that. And there was a reason why they never spoke up.
Which seemed like you got your time machine.
Well, yeah, because
I need a lotto ticket, but you got your time machine.
Because if you think of the whole aspect of capital punishment being on public display, the only reason why it was ever put on public display was to deter the next person who may have had that thought or an inkling of doing the crime.
And that's not our problem. Right? That's what I'm saying. Firing squad. Run with the fucking firing squad. The lynching thing, if we say, all right, these are the 5 people and stuff that we told not to do this crime. Yeah. They don't listen.
Yeah.
Let's make an example to the masses and shit like that.
Yeah.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
Yeah.
We get them out the way. Firing squad, I'm for.
Yeah.
Lynching, hanging, strangling.
Yeah.
That's torture. That's not a humane thing.
It is torture. It is inhumane. But guess what? That could be you that torturing and inhumane thing is happening too. So let me not hear a peep out of you when you're watching what's happening, because that could happen to you. And people just shut up because they're afraid of being up there next. They weren't speaking out against it because they were afraid that it could quite possibly happen to them by order of the king.
But that's what I'm saying. Even if order of the king and stuff, fast forward to like Salem witch trials and shit like that, whatever.
Right.
They'd be like, damn. This heifer said no to giving a dude dick. She's a witch. We incinerate her and stuff, whatever, right? It came to a point where somebody's like, yo, Doc, what if she just think kind of different? Do we really have to incinerate her? Why don't we just exile her shit?
Yes.
Why don't we just kick her out the community and stuff, whatever? Like, that's what I'm saying. Eventually, the humane ones and stuff, whatever.
Eventually, the
speak up.
Right.
They speak up, whatever, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that a lot of the times and stuff, whatever, like the ones who don't speak up, like everybody should feel okay to talk. Now, different parts of the world, they don't have freedom of speech compared to like US, Canada, some First Nation places and stuff, whatever.
Right.
But I mean, like, when you band together and a collective say the same damn thing, it still makes people go,
Yeah.
Because even if you don't move, whatever, a Saddam Hussein situation can come up, but the people turn on you.
Can turn on you. I agree.
Yeah. Let's touch on this Terry Crews thing. Terry Crews has an acronym for coon. First and foremost, Terry Crews, they've been going at him for the longest, whatever.
Is he allowed to create an acronym for coon? I mean,
you know what?
I mean, he can create acronyms if he wants
everybody,
to.
I think everybody can.
But is he allowed to acronym something that people's just been just pasting on him? Because it kind of makes it seem like he's just trying to make it cool because it's been labeled. He's been labeled as one.
I think because he's been labeled as coon because it's kind of like, I think from the Gabrielle Union situation,
right? Ever since what? I want to say a little bit before then,
a little bit before that and stuff, whatever. Because it's kind of like, I want to say, I heard some black people say that, yo, we helped make you. If we never seen you on Friday, no one would have never knew you were a football player, whatever, right? And I'm like, I helped make nobody first and foremost. If I bought the movie, I probably bought the movie because of Ice Cube. In any case and stuff, whatever, but I'm like, I don't co-sign that, whatever, because somebody said, Marv, we helped make you. Make another Marv. That's my response and stuff, whatever. Yeah. But I mean, bit by bit, I want to say he's in a situation where, I guess, quote unquote, he'll be a sellout or he transcended and stuff for that. Because I mean, like, there's, what is it? Jay Farrell. What the fuck Jay Farrell said? There's black famous and then there's white famous.
Right.
Whatever, right? There's a difference between the two. Right. And white famous is kind of like worldwide and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Ha Ha Davis, salute to Ha Ha Davis.
Ha Ha Davis.
Black famous. Kevin Hart, white famous. Exactly. Right. So there's a difference between the two. And like, Terry Crews was black famous and now he's white famous.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
To other people and stuff, they feel a type of way when it comes to like Terry Crews.
That he's now white famous?
Yeah, that he's now white famous.
I don't know if it's so much of that
because Gabrielle Union
that he says stupid ass things that make us think that he think he white.
That man's trying to keep his job and feed his family. If a man's trying to keep his job and feed his family and stuff, do we call them stupid?
If you say stupid things, we call you stupid. And we allow you to feed the family.
So what did he say stupid and stuff, whatever, then why do we call him stupid?
Well, with the whole thing that he said with about Gabrielle Union.
He said he didn't see it. He said he didn't see the racism and stuff and the sexism and stuff, whatever.
Right.
They haven't given it to him. So she was looking for like an ally, like melanin power. But he was like, yo, I didn't see it, so I can't jump with it, whatever. So then that's when they kind of...
But the way how he said, he said that, but the way how he made it seem like that it's not going on because he didn't see it happening to him. It's not, I don't think it was just the fact that because he's saying it didn't happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
How he made it seem like that can't be what happened, that can't be what she's experiencing, because that's not what he experienced.
Right, but then that's why, and he said it. He said the same thing what you just said. He's like, but that's just him.
Right.
He didn't see it.
Right.
But she's like, he turned a blind eye and blind cheek to it, so she's out.
Right.
Because she doesn't look like she's the psycho. She's the deranged, quote unquote, angry black woman.
Right.
So she's out.
Right.
And he stayed and stuff, whatever. And then so since then, certain people and stuff been going at, Black Twitter, they not nice. They're not nice. So they were going at him and stuff, whatever. So he's like, yo, he's a coon. So he said, coon in his realm stands for conquer our own negativity. Do you agree?
I know some of y'all just listen to us, but for those who view us, you see me shaking my head from left to right, signaling no.
No. I don't know. I think anything. I think he's trying to do it in like a kind of like, yo, here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am. Yeah, I'll be a coon, and then just come with his own acronyms to try and save himself. But I feel like there's nothing you can do and stuff, whatever, in a situation and stuff. Either you love me or leave me alone. So I'm just gonna do me.
Leave me alone.
I'm just gonna
Love
do
me
me
and leave me alone.
and just keep doing what I do and stuff, whatever, regardless. When you take the time to turn around and address, you can't win. This is the fucking internet. The internet is still undefeated, okay? Internet's undefeated.
You can't win against
Don't
it.
waste your time.
You can't win against it.
This is what I'm saying. Why you turn to Twitter and say some shit like that? I'm like, yo, just shut up.
And even if you win a round, internet's not gonna let you.
You might win one round.
No, even when you win the round, though, the internet not gonna acknowledge
That's what
you
I'm
winning the round.
Is it?
No. So your peeps might acknowledge it, but internet on a whole, they ain't even gonna mention it.
Yeah,
They
but
ain't gonna mention it. It's just gonna go over people's heads.
No. I feel like if somebody brings it to like the forefront, whatever, it'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
entanglement shit, whatever, right?
Right.
I know we promised not to talk about entanglement shit again, whatever.
Right.
But like, all the people go look at Kevin Hart and his shit, whatever. The Kevin Hart people and stuff are looking like, Will, you were taking shots at me.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, 1 round for Kevin. That's it. Well, all we're giving you is 1 round.
That's it.
But that's what I'm saying. They'll acknowledge you get a 1 round, but you're not winning the fight.
No, you're not.
The internet's still undefeated. Like in the 12 rounds, the internet's still undefeated and stuff, whatever, right? Terry Crews, shut the fuck up. We'll just leave it
I
like
think
that.
Terry just needs to just at this point, don't do any speaking until you get like actual acting gigs, and then just stick to the lines that they give you.
Shut up and make your money.
Yeah.
That's it.
Stick to the lines they give you.
Let's talk about Dr. Stella Immanuel and her hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah. I mean,
you bought that life.
She came came to y'all nation's capital, and she she brought her fire with her, man.
Yeah, but it was arranged.
Who arranged it?
The Tea Party Patriots.
The Tea Party Patriots.
For the White Coat Assembly. And
for the White Coat Assembly. I was about to say, that name sound like somebody who would typically be on the other side of the black people fight.
Yes, correct. Republicans.
And here they are with Dr. What's her name?
Stella Immanuel.
Dr. Stella Immanuel.
Who you seem like she's a prophet to you.
Hold on. Well, let's have some solid facts first. Solid facts
Look
first.
At you!
Some solid facts first. Okay, so is she a real doctor?
She is a real doctor.
She's a real doctor.
And she's a pastor.
She's
a pastor at her, Firepower Ministry Church in Houston. In Houston, Texas.
Now, I detect from not only detect from her from her voice, but her also saying that she's originally from
Africa. She's from Africa. I think she was born in Cameroon.
Right.
And she became a doctor in Nigeria.
Okay.
In the University of Nigeria. She became a doctor there.
Now, was she also a pastor back in Africa, or was that something when she?
That information didn't come out, so I couldn't tell you
okay.
and stuff for that. But she was still a God-fearing person.
She's still a God-fearing person.
She was still a God-fearing person and stuff, whatever. But I do know, I guess, like after like she migrated and stuff, whatever, she had the funds in the capital.
Right.
She helped build her own church and stuff, whatever, in Texas, in Houston.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, in her speech and stuff, whatever, when she made the claims about the hydroxychloroquine and stuff and the things that it does and all the above, yes, it kind of echoes to what Trump was saying from before.
Okay.
Right? It echoes what he was saying before, but the other dance and stuff, whatever, song and dances, I'm like, this is my conspiracy side, like, yo, why? But now a black woman's voice starting to hold a little bit more weight now. Because she was the token out of the squad.
You better believe it.
She was the token out of the squad, and she said her piece and stuff for that. She went on a 5-minute tangent, and it was beautiful. But then I was like, I just got to figure out the origin of some peoples.
Yeah.
And I did a little research and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, what she's saying and stuff, I'm like, cool. Hydroxychloroquine.
Cool. And she said over 300 people.
Over 350 plus and counting. That has been curing people.
Right.
But then
and she got some of her colleagues and staff on a preventive measure
Yeah.
With this.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Correct. Now, it's not clear stuff for there about the hydroxychloroquine, like how much, the dosage or anything like that. Because some people have died from it after Trump made the statement and stuff and everything.
Right.
They've been breaking into pharmacies and getting it legally. Same way they get Percocets, Oxys, and stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah.
But people are just popping it.
Right.
Without a dosage thing.
Right. Nobody has figured out.
No one has
the
dosage.
correct dosage.
Exactly, because it's not coming from a doctor and stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And these things add to arrhythmia. Arrhythmia, like your heart starts to race.
Yeah.
And now some people are dying of heart attacks.
Okay.
From it. Whatever. So even if
what is it? What is it? What is it for? Yeah. What is it used for? Malaria. Okay.
Malaria.
Yeah.
So
and is it designed for the blood?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'm trying to find the correlation between having like the arrhythmias of the heart and malaria. The only thing that clicks to me would be blood.
Blood cells.
Right. Well, yeah, it would be blood. Okay.
Because even if you're infected and stuff, or you're sick and stuff, it's your blood cells and stuff that are not fighting for you.
Yeah.
They're fighting against you. That's why you're losing the battle to whatever ailment you have.
Right.
Whatever pertains to a virus.
Okay. So this helps with that.
Yeah, so this helps with that, whatever. So she made her speech and stuff about it, whatever. But then when you look into her research or her back end and stuff is not too solid. Same woman said you can get impregnated by demons in your sleep if you're dreaming different types of dreams. I'm not with that, but that's your prophet.
Well, I don't know, Marv. Because it's never happened to you, you're not with that, or because you just can't see into that world, it's not happening with you.
It hasn't happened to me, and I can't see in that world. That's where I'm standing with. I'm not working with pseudoscience. I'm working with real science.
Okay. So she can be pseudoscience with that, and maybe real with the hydro. No, you don't think she can be real with the hydro? I mean,
no.
She said over 300.
I need some.
You need some proof
because some people and stuff might just have high immune system.
Okay.
Whatever, and then some people will probably go into the hospital or check in and stuff, whatever, because they're freaked out.
Right.
It's a big virus and stuff across the damn globe and everything. And I might sneeze or hot chew and might think I have it.
I get that. I see that, but 300 though? You know what I mean? Not that, you know, I would
there's
say
only there's even 3.5 million cases and stuff that are in America. And you think 300 is supposed to 300? Please.
She said all the 300 she's seen. It's not like it's 300 spread out through, you know what I mean, some doctors. It's all the 300 she's seen.
Right, all right. Cool.
You know what I mean? Nah, you're not falling for it. You don't.
No, I am skeptical of her ass and stuff, whatever. Because see, the same person and stuff who was saying that Washington, D.C. is creating vaccines from aliens for other viruses and stuff is in Washington, D.C. speaking about a cure.
Listen, man, we in 2020.
Wow. Your new name is Jim Jones. Your name is Jim Jones.
We in 2020 right now, man.
Sip on the Kool-Aid, nigga.
We in 2020 right now, man.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. I'm not denying anything right now. Listen, they got, you know what I mean? Listen, Ford, GM, Tesla, they got competition, man. They got the aliens, they be leaving spacecrafts on Earth now, man. You know what I mean?
All right, cool things, yeah.
Anything is possible.
You know, you're right. Anything is possible when people want to fit shit to fit them, to work for them.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
The government, you know what I mean? Listen, man, they got out of the world vehicles here on Earth, man.
I think the funniest is
anything is possible. Listen, look.
Go ahead.
Sweet girl Ellen gone bad, man.
Ellen, no, see, I think, what my thing is with the Ellen situation, I laugh and stuff with her because I feel like a lot of people don't keep the same energy.
Right.
That's one.
Right.
And two, the payroll isn't there.
Okay.
These people who've been saying Ellen's been a natural asshole from way back when. But if the COVID shit kicked in, and now she's shooting Ellen episodes from her house, and these people, their checks are stopping and stuff, whatever. It's kind of like people start talking, baby. People starting to talk to be like, yo.
So she should have some COVID hush money going around.
There you go. Yo, give me 50 minutes, I'll tell you how I really feel.
Yeah.
But if I'm not getting nothing, whatever,
you're right.
And you're like, due to these COVID times,
you're right.
We're not paying you because you can't bring fruit to the dressing room and stuff, whatever. Let me tell you about this heifer.
So I gotta bring the tea. I gotta bring the tea to the living room.
They pour the tea straight on the living room floor. So that's what I'm saying. Like that Ellen thing, I was like, yeah, like I think, but because we champion the bad, that's what it is. Because it's kind of like, if you're a person, you naturally, all right, me. I'm the quote unquote problematic one.
No, he admits it, folks.
Quote unquote.
Remember at the top of the show, where he said, and I said,
unquote.
remember, I said, don't worry, it's gonna come out
It's
at
to
some
the
point. This is the point where it comes out at some point. All right, go ahead, continue.
To the
bad one.
So if I'm the problematic one for the things that I say or the topics that I bring up and or the questions and everything like that, they expect the worst of me. If they see me, quote unquote, in the wild,
yes,
that I'm doing good things,
right,
it might blow their mind.
It might throw them off.
Exactly. So it's just like the reverse. Yeah. With Ellen, they're looking at stuff as that she's this dancing, happy-go-lucky type of person, all the above. So when she's exposed that she's something different, problems. Same thing, problems. So the Ellen thing is a little different, but I mean, hey, you want to correlate that to save your savior? I ain't mad at you. You rock with your side over there with your Emmanuel. And yeah, the thing that I can agree with what she said in the speech, she's like, what if this is the cure?
Yeah.
If this is the cure and stuff like that, whatever, she's right. People should be rocking with this. And if the studies is that they need to trial it a lot more, a lot sooner. I would fuck with it if I realized that this is the cure, because I'd rather take something that is a cure than to go get vaccinated for something that might not work.
Right.
When you still have to go back to the cure.
Right.
And you're not a vaccine person, but you can agree to that.
No, I can agree with that.
I could be your savior then. What the fuck?
I can agree with that. But you didn't say it. She did.
She didn't say that piece. She didn't say that piece. And that, you know. Wow. Wow. You never know who your real friends are, folks. Let's move on to some happier, lighter stuff for that. Patrick Mahonnes becoming part owner of Kansas City Royals.
Patrick Mahonnes.
I applaud the fact what he did with all his big whopping check from, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
To renew his contract and everything like that, whatever. My question is, do you think it was a wise choice for him?
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad choice at all to make. You know what I mean? It's
to buy your way into be an owner.
Buy your way into being an owner, and also into something that can appreciate in value.
You think people fuck with baseball like that? I don't fuck with baseball like that.
No, I mean, we don't fuck with baseball like that, but you gotta know it's an owner's sport, right? It's like somebody who's high profile owns something. It's like you're in some sort of club when you own a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's always going to be a buyer for it, and the team is always going to have some sort of value. Now the value is going to depend on how well they do as a sports franchise, obviously, right?
Okay. Let me ask you this now. Name me.
I'm pretty sure the owner of the Clippers, that racist dude. What was his name?
Donald Sterling?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he made up with a whopper of a deal when he had to sell the team.
That's not without a doubt. But yeah. I feel like NBA, MLB,
right?
They're in two different type of realms.
Mm-hmm.
NBA, NFL, they're in a thing where, like I said, we champion the bad. Controversy, drama, those type of things. What drama is there in baseball? NBA, you have people and stuff, whatever. Like, all right, you had in NFL, you had people taking knees. That drew a whole shitstorm in itself.
Yeah.
NBA and stuff, whatever. You have like different players going after different things and different type of things they stand for and all the above. MLB, I can't name you top 3 players at MLB right now. Pre-COVID and now.
And neither can I, but you know what? It's still gonna remain America's favorite pastime. It's gonna be labeled,
how long though?
It's gonna be labeled like that, and it's still gonna remain like that. And even before it gets to that point, he can always jump out. I don't see nothing wrong with I don't see nothing wrong as this as like a business decision.
Mm-hmm.
More than what we know these people would typically blow their money on, right?
Agreed.
Like I said, this would be more of something on the appreciation side of value than it would be on the depreciation side of value. So yeah, it's a good move, and it's one step in towards. Well, as far as I know, I don't know his personal finances or what he may already own.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you're, if you're stepping in that realm and setting up yourself for life after sports,
Mhm.
you know, you
By
gonna
all
own some
means.
stuff with your money. So good to get into the practice now. I guess you know what I mean. While you're young, you have people around you who's gonna take care of that stuff. But hopefully, during your off season or your downtime, you get to sit in and
And
kind
learn a
of
little more and
learn a little
get
bit
the
more as you go on.
true.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, no, I feel like it was a good move, but I feel like baseball itself and stuff, whatever, has fallen off and stuff, whatever, to that level. In my realm,
Yeah.
like I feel like, what's saving baseball and stuff, whatever, is that it's popping for immigration, though.
But
Yo,
and you also got to look at it at, like the business side of things from baseball standpoint, right? It's
Mhm.
like if you're always trying to as a league, you're always trying to find ways of addressing new audiences and new fans, right? Because
Mhm.
at some point fans get older, they or some fans fall out of love with the game, but you still need the game to exist. So in order for the game to exist, you depend on developing new fans.
true.
So you're always trying to do things that would help do that. So what more of a genius way as far as in cross promotions is concerned. So
You have the NFL champion
yeah,
star quarterback by
of the
a
Kansas City Chiefs,
by part ownership into the Kansas City Royals.
right? You know what I mean. So now he's
So now,
out there
if you're
throwing
a
out the
football
first
fan,
pitch.
you're looking at like, well, shit. I want to see why they're so great for him to take his mega millions
Take his mega millions
to go buy in.
or here, you know what I mean? Here's somebody who really loves the city.
I see that.
Here's somebody who really loves the city. So if he's willing to I might be a diehard, a Chiefs fan. Now because of this, hey, you know what?
You're
Royals
taking
ain't
the
that
Royals
bad.
back,
Let me go
yeah.
and watch some more Royals games, right? And then on top of that, it's like now players are like, oh shit, Patrick Mahonnes owns, Royals. He young, he fresh, he hip, just like it's now an attraction,
right,
to come play for the Royals if you're a young rookie player or somebody coming out of the farm team or something,
right,
like that, right? Adds a little more value, a little bit more weight to it.
It's true because you like with Jeter, when Derek Jeter, after he retired from New York, he bought into the Miami Marlins,
right?
And because of that, now it's kind of like the Miami Marlins have got like a new spin. It's kind of like everybody wanted to go there, minus the 14 COVID cases that the players have. But Florida, Florida flu.
There you go. I mean, and like I said, and because of that, because if you're looking at from
the Jeter name, the business name, Jeter has flair. He was a young, vibrant playboy.
For all we know, they could have gave Mahone a stupid deal. Just just to sweeten it, just to say, look, we can do this, that, and a third. This is the plan what we have for the Royals going forth. We'd like to be you. We'd like you to be part of the branding. We're gonna give you
exploitation. I get
it. I mean, it'd be stupid for him not to do it.
Yeah, not to do it. I don't know. Baseball to me hasn't slapped since the steroids shit. Whatever. After the steroids thing,
baseball taking a beating. Baseball is taking a beating.
Yeah, because after the steroids thing and stuff, I didn't really care. Like Ken Griffey slapping him, Sammy Sosa slapping him, Mark McGuire. I can name you 3 from back then. Barry Bonds slapping him. All these and then we're like, they're like, oh no, I go back further, Jose Canseco, and then after all people are natural, I'm like, gives a fuck, gives a fuck. I didn't give a fuck, but hey, I guess he'll probably help bring the flair back. 2 Chainz and Rick Ross, your new versus battle. Is this what you're looking? This is what you're looking forward to? Were you looking forward to that?
Nah, I can't say that. I can't say that I was.
Because the internet had us in frenzy with the fucking Chris Breezy and Usher, and then Chris Breezy making a statement and everything like, yo, no one can beat him. Like he can only versus himself. I think Usher and Chris Breezy are in 2 different realms. Because here's my thing: when it comes to the verses that were official verses,
it
was kind of like an ode to to the old, to pay homage.
Right.
To pay homage and everything like that, whatever. I think Chris Breezy is still kind of new-ish.
You think so, though?
Kind of.
But how long has he been?
Run has been like 2006.
2006.
So he hasn't had 20 years. He has over 20 hits, but he hasn't had 20 years.
2006.
Usher has 20 years, over 20 years. Usher's was like 95.
He came out in 2006? So
Yeah.
He got over 20 years. He's talking about.
You can't do math? We're in 2020. 2006.
2006, 2016 is what, 10 years?
2006?
2000. Yeah. So he got till 2026.
He's been in the game for 14 years.
So
14 years. I did the math for you.
So he's off for he's one shot of 15. I think 15 could put him in an argument.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think you need if that's what I'm saying. Like when he, and I'm not shitting on Chris Breezy. I love Chris Breezy.
Yeah.
But my thing and stuff is that like to pay the homage piece and stuff, whatever. Because remember when Sean Garrett and the other people did it, it wasn't an official versus thing.
Right.
It was just kind of like their own thing. Because that's what I'm saying. They're still newer in the game.
Right.
And Sean Garrett's been in the game for like over 10 years, songwriting and everything like that, whatever.
Right.
Right. Same thing. Like, but it's more of that kind of realm and stuff for like at least 20 years to the 20 songs.
Why I would say Breezy though, because he might not be in that 20-year mark, but being a little bit closer to it, and then the fact that if we just look at acts on a whole,
okay,
right? For you to go more than 5 years as an act is a feat.
Yeah.
Right? So for him to be approaching the 15-year mark is, I think for me that would put him in that category. And not only approaching that 50 mark, but to have so much hits under his belt during that time.
The hits is not
he definitely.
And I'm like I said, I'm not discrediting the hits.
Yeah. I'm
discrediting the time. It's the time and stuff, whatever. Because the thing and stuff is that there's still people who've been in the game longer than Chris Brown.
Okay, but when he first came out, what see, it would be interesting. I don't know if you would know this, but it would be interesting to know when he first came out, when Chris first came out, what album was Usher on at that point? And then how much time did their careers cross over before Usher decided he's gonna step back a little bit, and then we just heard nothing more about Breezy? Well, because I think there was a time where they would have had some maybe crossover hits on the charts at one point.
Yeah,
during that time, right?
Yeah, but
so I'm saying if you're in that sort of class, you might not be part of that Usher class, but you're not far from. I wouldn't say you're far.
It's 11 years. 1995 to 2006. Are you doing meth? Or are you in math?
But I'm saying the era in between. I'm seeing. I mean, Usher started way before him, but there's that crossover section where they've had hits in between that era,
right? Because of Usher's longevity,
and probably even 10 or so that they can match within that era. I don't think it's bad.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I think here's my thing.
Yeah,
Usher. I feel like Usher will be better to go off with Beyonce. The reason why I say Beyonce is because Destiny's Child busted in 96, 97.
Yeah, but I can.
And then so that we go from there, at least they're close enough within the range and stuff for them to say, like, after all these years, this is where it is. Because even the Rick Ross and the 2 Chainz thing, I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, yo, Rose came in the game like what, 2005, 6?
Yeah.
From the hustling thing. 2 Chainz and stuff, whatever. When he was Titty Boy, was on a few tracks and stuff, whatever, with Luda.
I also think they're going off the similarity too between Usher and Chris Brown.
That's why it didn't pop off. That's why it wasn't official.
I think they're also going off with a similarity. Because I hear what you're saying with Beyonce,
mm-hmm.
being that she would be more within the era, and
right.
she has, I mean, between the both of them, it's insurmountable hits that
mm-hmm.
they both can draw from. So I I see that. I think they were. I think what they were looking at, and I think what the fans were looking at was more of a similarity. They both sing.
Absolutely.
They're both male superstars. They both dance. So I think it was that from that aspect.
Yeah, and
they both have a lot of hits. They both have a lot of hits.
You know, one person who got mad hits.
Who that?
Robert Sylvester Kelly. Damn it! No one can see that man in a versus battle.
No one can see that man. Period.
Hey, don't disrespect him like that. I'm not promoting the monster, but the music is still slap.
No one can see him. Period.
But I mean, like you have a situation and stuff, whatever, where, like, I feel, to be honest, might be kind of wild. We're running with it. It's Podical, not Prodigal. Podical. Chris Brown and Riri.
Chris Brown and Riri.
Chris Brown and Riri.
See, I always see
Riri came out.
See, I always see a Riri in a Beyonce.
Nah.
That's
what I'm saying. The year gap, the decade gap.
No, but I'm saying, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the similarities, and I'm not really basing it off the time gap because.
But that's what I'm saying. It's to pay homage to the old because Babyface and Teddy Riley.
Yeah.
These young kids don't even know. Some of the kids are born after like Teddy Riley probably stopped producing hits like that, whatever. And Babyface has been like in the back scenes and the back cuts for the longest.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the time frame. You're paying homage to the old. Primo. RZA.
Yeah.
You're paying homage. So that's what I'm saying. You want to go with something and stuff what's in like a same time frame, time parameter.
But I think they're looking at it as these guys, their careers they're all veterans in their careers at this point.
Of course.
So I think of
course.
I think it's more of an homage to veterans as opposed to the old school creators. That's what I feel. So if we're looking at it from a veteran standpoint, they're all vets and they can enter that arena.
I feel like Chris Brown I think Chris Brown might even still, I'm not shitting on Chris Breezy. I think he might even have a fire track that might come out 2-3 years from now, whatever, and it might smash or negate some of his old shit.
Yeah,
because like even like I never expected a track like No Guidance ever.
Right.
The fact that Chris Brown and Drake was beefing at a time.
Yeah.
And the fact that Chris Brown came with this track featuring Drake. You got it, girl. You got it. That's just gonna linger around in your damn brain for like the longest. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he's done nothing but to just kind of beat. But that's what I'm saying. When his buzz starts to simmer down and gets quiet, this is when you pay homage to all the great shit he's done. It's the same thing. Snoop doesn't have those type of tracks. DMX doesn't have those type of tracks like that no more. But it's just to let it be known. Bounty, Beanie. Are they still making tracks and stuff, whatever like that? Probably to the select few. But is it buzzing and bubbling and stuff like that across the world like that? Or like to not really.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of coming down, so you're paying homage.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Now, Chris Breezy and Riri, though, I would love to see them in the same room doing songs at each other. I don't think maybe like, Take You Down, that might be kind of rough.
Yeah, you ain't
Shut Up and Drive, because, everything took place in a car. It's kind of fucked up.
You ain't gonna see nothing like that, so you can stop your hopes. You can stop your hopes. You can cool your dreams right now.
Usher and Kels.
That's not happening.
That could work. Just, yeah, I mean,
but there goes your time frame again.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The time frame thing, because you see, but okay. Kels, if we're looking at public announcement, that's what early 90s. Say 1990, 1991.
Around the year.
Usher, 95.
Yeah.
All right. Just saying. Let's move on to, since we're talking about some Chris Breezy and some Riri stuff, whatever. Let's talk about Vado and Tahiry. Vado choked out Tahiry and stuff on a celebrity marriage counseling show.
Right.
Tahiry and stuff, whatever, has been a victim of Joe Budden's in the past.
Yep.
With being abused by a man, and people know of that when everything. For the folks that didn't know, she's a gorgeous woman with a track record.
Have those allegations been? Is it just allegations, or has he been
cleared, brought to court, and everything like that? Whatever. I think they're court wise, whatever. No, it hasn't been court, but people's court is. I told you, people's court is more real than anybody else.
Yeah,
people.
Yeah.
Paint you with that.
But I just want to clarify it so people don't think that we say that he's guilty or anything.
I'm not saying he's guilty, but I question Tahiry.
Right.
Me, my thing, I question Tahiry and stuff, because I look at it and stuff like, here you are with one guy who you made or helped the world understand that this guy is a villain because he put his hands on you and everything like that.
Right.
Lost child and stuff, whatever. She was having child and stuff for their lost child because he's been abusive to her and everything like that.
Right.
Then you have her current man put his hands on her on national TV. And this is a different man, same woman. Does that say something? No, that doesn't say nothing. To you, nothing.
So for the people who don't know, why he put his hands on her for? Why he lay hands? Why he lay hands?
Well, because I think it was a situation stuff with it, like it's a counseling show or whatever, right? And it's kind of like a situation like, you may call me crazy. She was saying like, you call me crazy. Or I'm paraphrasing, like, you call me crazy because I think he has random chicks coming after him or calling him and stuff, whatever, DMing him and everything like that.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like she's putting the information out of his dirt, and that's when he got up and stuff and everything and went over her and put their hands on her and everything like that, whatever, right? Now, so other celebrities and rappers that was there, like having their part, whatever, they said why they didn't jump to her aid and stuff with us because she didn't look that much in a threat of a danger. But the host of the show got up. All right, don't worry, eyes at me. Don't worry, eyes at me.
All right, okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the host of the show is looking like, all these men in here could have helped me pull Vado off Tahiry.
Wow.
And I just looked at stuff and I was like, maybe we need to look at Tahiry.
No.
Views
are so fucking marvelous.
No, but okay. I've been cheated on.
Yes.
I've been cheated on several times.
Okay.
I'm to date a new woman and stuff, whatever.
Right.
She's like, why, a good-looking dude like yourself isn't in a relationship and stuff like whatever. And I tell her, well, my past few lovers and women that I've been in relationships with, they cheated on me.
Yeah.
I will question that shit too.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I'll be like, yo, so boo, so what's up with your past your past lovers? They're abusive men. All I get was abusive men. Why are they abusing you? Why? Like, I'm questioning everything.
Why? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, we're not questioning? All right, fuck it. I'm the villain. Yeah. You're rocking with the villain, apparently, because I question things. As usual.
You can find him on IG.
You welcome to the party.
Really IG. You can find him on IG. Yeah. What up?
One more quick thing I wanted to talk about before we start to make our venture out of here and stuff, whatever. Let's talk about the woman and the man. Let's talk about the man who gave his girl the results of his paternity test.
Okay.
So that video been surfacing all through the week and everything like that. And it had people buzzing. It had some people and stuff coming to my DM and stuff, whatever, questioning about the validity of it.
Yeah.
And what would you do if this was you?
Right.
And everything like that, right? So for the folks who don't know, basically the video takes place after the couple's 4-year-old birthday party.
Yeah.
The wife or the woman in the video, so she's washing dishes. He presents her with a gift. She's opened up several gifts and everything, bottle of wine and several wrapped and type of gifts.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah, the drama suspense.
Yeah, the drama suspense popping off and everything. And then when she got to the last one, she opened it up and then she realized that this wasn't a trip to Tahiti.
No, it wasn't a trip to Tahiti. It wasn't the check for
It was
75.
paternity test results. And it said that the little girl question was not his daughter. So like how it wasn't his daughter, she's like, you had 3 years to bring this up. And I started looking at other places where this video was surfaced on, like pertaining to like the gram.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, women ride with women.
Oh, word?
They ride with women.
They roll with her on that?
They were saying...
Okay, so, no, because the part where I didn't get was, she's like, you had 3 years to bring this up, right?
Right.
Now, did she see on the paternity paper that he actually did this 3 years ago? And
that we don't know. That there's no proof.
See, and this is what was sus for me with the whole thing, right?
Right.
Because she's like, yo, you had 3 years to bring this up. I'm like, well, if he's just bringing this up to you now, how you know he had 3 years to bring this up. What are you trying to say? He knew 3 years ago and he didn't say nothing? Did the test on it say? Did the test on it say, hey, he did this 3 years ago and now he's just bringing it to your attention to you now? And I'm saying if that's the case, I don't know no dude
would wait that long
who could keep that for 3 years.
I think it was something, my opinion and stuff, whatever. I think that it was something new, but I feel like when she worded it like that, I took it to the level and stuff where it's like, okay, so you had year 1 to check if she was yours. You had year 2 to check. You had year 3.
Right.
Why check a year 4? There's certain things and stuff for that. Like I want to say, let's even talk about like my son.
Right.
My son, I feel like looks like more like his mom than anything else.
Right.
How I feel like my son is even like mine, whatever, is that his mom don't have no pointy ass lip. I got a pointy ass lip. It's a genetic, hereditary type of thing and stuff within my fam.
Right.
Whatever, right? So now I'm looking at this kid, I'm like, yo, look at that pointy ass shit. I was like, the head, the certain type of things.
Yeah.
It came out after.
Okay.
And my son and stuff is now years and stuff, whatever, coming into like, I guess, going to the person he might look like, prepping for what he might look like for the rest of his life.
Right, right.
Certain things might not come out and look and feature-wise and everything. And certain things you might question.
Right. So he was. So you say he was holding off like about 3
like
years time.
He's probably
3 years
like,
time, saying, "All right, bye. This is year 3. Some
no,
like,
probably like, this is my baby girl. I love her. She's my world. Hold up. You don't look like her.
Yeah.
You don't favor me. You look like my aunties and them in the photo album.
Right.
Granny and them. And then you get that one person. Bruh. I know such and such that hooked up with, what do you call him? Slong, what did you call it? Slong dong? Whoever the fuck, whatever, way back in the day.
I just remember Slim Dick Rick.
Slim Dick Rick. She done hooked up with Slim Dick Rick. She kind of favors Slim Dick Rick though, whatever, right? And then he's like, you stupid. What if?
Let me go take this test. Let me go take this test.
Yeah.
Find out.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so like, is that one buzz and stuff that they kind of put in your ear? Because I remember when somebody put that in my ear and stuff, whatever, too. Somebody put that in my ear and stuff, whatever. I was talking to one lady and stuff, whatever, last summer and everything, like, whatever. And I told her about my situation and stuff, and my relation, my marriage and stuff, whatever. She's like, how you know he yours? And she lied about cheating and stuff before. What do you think? I was like, no, he mine. He mine.
He didn't see the point in the lip.
Yeah,
he didn't see the point in the lip.
I was like, no, he mine. He mine. I'm like, I see it and like, no, that's my manners. That's my shit, whatever, right? Because even like, as I say, you don't know, but even somebody putting a buzz in your ear, and if you're a weak-willed person, you can fall from the slightest crack.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, it probably took some time and stuff, but he's like, I'll be damned this heifer gonna get me till I'm about 16.
Right, so let me go take this test.
Yeah, from,
just
sooner or later and stuff, whatever. And then like, it came out. What would you do if you were him? How long would, when would you decide that, would you just ride with it? Be like, you know what? I've grown to love this little girl. I'm just gonna run with it to the end of time. You don't need DNA to be a father. You just need love.
Nah, you don't. You definitely don't need DNA to be a father. All you need is love. It probably wouldn't be about. It probably would. I wouldn't say probably. It would definitely not be between me and that little girl. If I've fell in love with that girl, raising it as mine, I'm always gonna have that thought and that psychological bond. If it's not going to be a physical blood bond, it's gonna be that psychological, emotional bond that we'll always have, because she gonna have that same thing for me, right? That's how she's gonna be raised, with that love. For the wife though,
done.
I don't know how I would handle a situation like that.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? It's
these are my Mr. Burns fingers right here.
Well, that's a big thing, bro. That's, you know what I mean? That's a big thing for you to know.
Facts.
And not say anything about it. And then, have us live this life for so long. At least give me the opportunity to say, you know what, you've made a mistake. I'm gonna ride with it, and I'm gonna ride with you. Or listen, You know, I don't know if I'm ready to assume responsibility for somebody else's child. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
if it's my child, then I kind of have to be forced to be ready. You kind of see where I'm coming from?
Right.
This is a situation that I didn't even bring upon myself. And somebody else is living responsibility free.
No,
and I'm here. You know, but you see it though. I get it though, right?
Because I'm looking like, yo, I can probably just pay 25% while somebody else could have paid 75%.
Right.
Whatever,
you
right?
know what I mean? And
it's not that far if you're with somebody who has a kid already.
Not that far if you're with somebody who has a kid
because
already.
I feel like if you're with somebody who has a kid, whatever, you should be at least helping out, contributing,
right?
Those type of thing. But you gotta full.
But that's different, and,
right?
And I might be putting myself subjugating myself.
Subjugating. Lord have mercy.
You know what I mean?
Lord have mercy.
To some work in order to make this family thing work. Because I believe this child to be mine. Like,
correct.
I believe.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
You know what I mean? Not to say that even if it was not mine, that I shouldn't be doing the same things.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing it under the pretense, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Where it could be a different situation.
Mama's baby, papa's maybe. I would feel like partial to what you're saying. I can echo like I said, I'm what if it's not mine, but I was built up on this because like on the Maury show, when the guy goes there like she had a run-in, we separated for a bit, she came back pregnant, whatever. I'm pretty sure it's mine, and like the results are in. You are not the father, and he's like, I'm still gonna love the child like it's still my own, and everything. You've already played that role. You already on signed documents said like like your father on birth certificate and everything like whatever. You're there. I'm just looking at stuff like. At first, I was fit like 100. I gotta fit like about like 25. Slim dick grip, you gotta fit like the 75.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta come up here and share some of these bills.
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
Share some of these bills. Slim dick grip. You can't go around town just nothing all over the place. Nothing happening.
Like hey, time. Nothing all over the fucking place.
Nothing happened. Something did happen, Rick.
Something did happen, Rick.
Something happened.
You better cover your 75%. Man the fuck up, man. You didn't mind slamming my chick. Man up, man. Yo, I am not mad at that, man. I just saying, like, I feel like you have all right to feel like the guy, he has all right to feel that type of way. Yeah. No, first of all, no one can tell you how to feel.
No one can tell you how to feel.
No one can tell you how to feel and stuff, whatever. And if he going about it that way, some women and stuff, like I said, people were chiming in. He's petty. He went the extra mile, blah, 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 stuff, whatever, and everything. True, but he could have done worse. He could have murdered her. Touch wood.
He could have done worse. And when we say that because women have had worse done to them in situations like that.
Absolutely.
So it's not a if and or maybe what woulda coulda. It's already happened with women where men have found out, and the situation didn't go like how it went on the videotape for sure. But I wouldn't have videotaped.
Nah. I think I can't speak for that dude. I feel like if I was to videotape, if I was to do it, I'm videotaping and stuff just to expose the kind of chick she is.
Yeah.
But I still feel like that's a matter of stuff that I can deal with behind closed doors. And I would tell my inner circle.
Yeah.
If need be. Right. But I won't videotape it and put it out there to the world and shit like that, whatever, right? But I mean, it'll put you on your P's and Q's and stuff, whatever.
Oh, definitely.
Would you be angry?
Oh, for sure I'd be angry.
How would you feel? How would you feel?
I'd feel betrayed. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're a dude that can control your emotions kind of well. Be like, could you, like, you would...
Yeah, I would. I would. I wouldn't pummel her. Nah.
We'll leave the pummel into another person earlier mentioned in the show. But yeah. No, I feel like these things will really fuck with a man's psyche. And a lot of times and stuff, like even like some of the things that I've seen and stuff, whatever, they make it seem like most men, if they're to show emotions or to show feelings, stuff, whatever, he's punk or pussy.
Right.
Right? And I feel like the way he went about this situation, he was looked at as petty. But I'm like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Damned if you
As
do,
a
damned
man.
if you don't.
As a man, whatever, right? And I feel like if a woman was to go about a situation like something like expose the guy,
Yeah.
like if he was cheating or some like infidelity and everything like that, whatever, there'd be no hesitation or no consideration and stuff about how she went about the situation to expose him in a similar matter, like on camera, in this type of matter and stuff, whatever, right? But
it would have been serve his ass right. He shouldn't have been doing it in the first place.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's why I was like, serving her ass right. She shouldn't have been cheating on him in the first place. Whatever, right? But I mean, like, but the little girl stuff is now into the mix and everything like that, whatever. And I think, especially during these tough racial and COVID times, no black child should be left out here without a parent. Two parents.
No.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can work things out.
Yeah, hopefully soon. And don't put the rest of the information on the net. Let it just surface to my DM. Just surface to my DM.
Straight to the DM?
Just straight to my DM. Fuck everybody else.
You'll have it good.
Yeah, we're good. Let's get to the question of the week real quick. Question of the week. I know we always be singing that shit sometimes.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. Who is the one stranger that you remember?
The one stranger?
Stranger. Somebody you don't fuck with on the regular, but they kind of just made a mark on you. I'm going deep today. I'm going deep. It's a deep dive.
Wow, I'm going to have to think about that.
Let me swim in your brain.
Oh, okay. Repeat the question, because I not an image popped in my head.
Who is the one stranger that you remember?
But I don't have to remember who the stranger is, because it's a stranger.
It's a stranger.
Okay.
But they made a mark on you.
One time when I went to go, this was probably like when I was like maybe 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
I was staying in by my cousins in Queens, in New York. And I had went over to the Bronx to look for my other cousin, our cousin Charette.
Okay.
So I was staying by them for a little bit. So I was uptown and I was coming back. Now they live by Gun Hill and I don't know.
Bronx.
They in the Bronx.
They're in the Bronx.
They're in the Bronx somewhere. So when I was coming, I didn't have I couldn't remember the door and so forth like this. Now by this time it's dark and I don't know nowhere, this, that, and the third. And I went into a corner store to go see if I could use the payphone. And
RIP payphone boots.
Use the phone because it wouldn't have been the payphone. I was going to the restaurant. So I went to the corner store to see if I could use the phone. And they had, it was the first time I seen one of these things. It looked like the old style rotary phones.
Yeah, the spin around?
Yeah, with the handset hangs upon it.
Yeah.
It was like that, but it had a coin slot. So it took like coins.
So you had to pay.
Yeah, you had to pay to use it. So it's like, oh shit, I didn't have a quarter, right? And I don't think I had any type of change on me. So I was like, fuck, I'm screwed, right? No, I lied. I had change, but it was Canadian change, and that shit was definitely not taking Monopoly money.
Correct.
But anyway, there was this dude in this young black dude in the store, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, right? But I guess me not being a familiar face that he could recognize or anything like that. When I looked at him and he looked at me looking at him, I feel like he felt kind of threatened in a way, and he kind of like pulled his hood over his face, like this, right, to like almost like I don't know if it was like a defense mode or what. But then I spoke. I was like, excuse me, I need to make a phone call. I've been locked out. I need to make a phone call my cousin. But all I have is Canadian change. I don't have do you mind if can you spare a quarter? And it's like his temperament, like it became at ease. Because he realized
you're not a threat.
I'm not a threat.
Right.
Nor I'm from anywhere around here.
Right.
I'm probably just like some dude that's just lost. Right? He's like, when is Pocky? He's like, oh, give me a quarter. I was like, thank you. He goes, don't even worry about it. G, happens to the best of us. But I think just from his expression, because like I said, I don't know him. He doesn't know me. We're two strangers. Right. Right. And it just goes to show you how a moment can how it can go from a tense moment to something where you realize where shit, there was no reason to be tense at all. And it's just that night and day change in his expression. I think to this day, I can remember what he was wearing, the baseball cap, the hoodie, the jacket over. I mean, the court. Like I can picture that scene, and that was like over 10, maybe over 15 years ago.
That's funny because I want to say like how your stranger happened in America. Yeah, my stranger happened here. My stranger, I was at St. George Station, right, and everything like that, right, and I was leaving school to head back to like my world to go to work because I went to school earlier in the morning. Yeah. And then I had to go to work and stuff, whatever. And then, I'm on the subway and I'm at St. George subway station and stuff. And I'm like semi in the back area, like the back of the train area where it should be. And there was a white dude, like he had like the tie off from the suit and he just looked kind of shook, like sketchy. Yeah. Whatever, right? And I can't remember. I think I was listening to like Late Registration. I was listening to Ye. I can't remember, but I was listening to the Ye album and stuff, whatever. And the dude just kept like looking towards like the subway thing because the way how the subway comes from that area, it kind of just bends around the corner real quick, whatever, right? And then it has to go all the way down before it hits a stop. And he just kept looking sketchy and stuff, whatever. So I'm kept looking for the subway, looking back, looking at the subway, looking back, and I'm like, yo, you okay? What? That's how he responded. Like, yeah. I'm like, I took off my headphones, like, are you okay, sir? Yeah. Right? Yeah. And when I said that, the man broke down in tears. Boom. Waterworks started and stuff like whatever, right? He's like, he just folded and then he just drops. I'm like, oh, damn. So there was an older white lady there. She was seeing this stuff. She's like, you didn't say anything to make him cry. And I'm like, so I just walked over there to him and stuff, whatever, pre-COVID. So I went over there and stuff, and I'm like, are you okay, sir, and stuff, whatever. And then he had his suicidal moment. He was planning to commit suicide. Yeah. He said he was planning to jump in front of the train, but he's a coward because as soon as I said something to him and stuff, whatever, it kind of just made him weak in the knees. So that's why he just collapsed and stuff, whatever, to the ground. So Lady's like, oh, shit, can I go call somebody? Yeah, I didn't know what else to do, so I just kind of embraced him. Like I gave him a hug. Yeah. Because I'm like, you need a hug, my G. You need a hug. Yeah. So I gave him a hug, and then like I got him up, and we kind of sat down to a little sitting area because other people seen him crying. Yeah. And then he started telling me part of his story and stuff, whatever. Like basically, like he works in the financial district. He lost a ton of money. He's definitely lost his job, and he doesn't know how he's gonna face his family. So he thought the more simpler solution and stuff is just to off himself. Yeah. Whatever, right? So I'm like, bruh, I gave him slight details of my world. I'm like, yo, I'm living here by my damn self. My mom's is in Cleveland. I gotta do by any means necessary to kind of make it here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a struggling student, but I'm like, sometimes you just gotta deal, whatever. But I'm like, it's gonna get better. Yeah. It's gonna get better, whatever, right? I don't think this might seem like an option now, whatever. But maybe like a year or two right now, you might have several options on the table. And this might be the last resort from there. The last one. Right? And then meanwhile, I'm talking to him and stuff like that, whatever. The lady who went to go get the TTC peoples and shit, whatever.
She came back.
She kind of came back and she pointed and stuff. I'm like, nah, he good. Like, I did one like the okay. And then I missed like 2 or 3 trains at that time and stuff with me beatboxing with him. And then he went back up the stairs and I'd never seen that dude again. We never even exchanged names. And I was like, I don't know if that dude probably found another way or another subway station to go do it. Or I don't know if I changed his mind. I hope. But that moment will always be a moment in time in my life and stuff, whatever. I was like, your words do hold weight. Because he could have said, fuck you, kid, and just, but he didn't.
Yeah, good.
Right? So that's a strange I can never forget.
Yeah. No. Compelling, man.
All right, let's get to the Ask the Sons and slide out.
Slide out. Slide out.
Sam Cooks. I like the wordplay. Does it make sense to divorce someone after 40 years because they cheated? It makes sense to divorce somebody after you get a paternity test. No. 40 years though? A marriage? Fuck it. You might as well stay.
Might as well stay?
I'm 35. And you've been married longer than I've been alive? You might as well just stay.
What if you got married when you was
18?
18. And 40 years in.
40 years in, you found out they cheated and stuff, whatever? I might as well stay. Hopefully, if it's still going on, I got silversingles.com to go to. Come and be a senior citizen about then.
40 years is a lot of time to invest in to just be...
To say you're going to walk away?
To say you're going to walk away after the scandal has been released.
Yeah, like pretty soon you might not be able to fuck no more or whatever. You might need blue diamonds and Cialis.
You might have stopped fucking him for...
Right?
About 10 years, I heard.
Right? You give like...
You might be the reason why the scandal happened.
Nah. If I have dentures, I'm still going to give a mean-ass gummer.
What? At what age do you believe... I thought about this the other day. At what age do you believe that you'll have sex no more?
At what age?
Yeah.
Where technology is now? I'm fucking bionic man till I die.
Where technology is now.
I want to say...
At what age do you feel? Do you feel like you'll be getting it off in your 60s?
Yeah, definite.
Yeah.
Definite. Yeah. I don't know, it might be negative thinking of me, and I am a positive person, but if I do live past 80, I feel like this. I've made it past 25. I count every day, every year as a blessing. Right. But I feel like anything past 80, I'm kind of counting down myself. What is my final tick? Right. If I wake up like, hooray, I didn't die today. I might wake up every day like that. So if I'm in my 80s, I don't expect to be fucking. Okay. I feel like if I'm popping blue diamonds and everything, that's just gonna speed up my ticker, and I'm just gonna go. You don't want to do. You don't want to risk that part. No. I might watch some porn to kind of get the blood flow. At that point, you're not risking it for the biscuit. I'm not risking it for the biscuit. You don't risk it for the biscuit no more. No. I'm gonna get a nursing home and just be like, hey, broken chocolate, hi, and that's it. I'm gonna go this way. You guys take care. That's it. I might find God then. You might at that point. At that point, dear God, please don't take me tomorrow. We got a bingo tournament tomorrow. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, I don't know. So you, 40 years? Make sense to divorce? Nah, fuck it. Just ride it out, fix it, try and work something out of it. Just get. You have to have separate rooms. Have to have at least 39 years, at least 35 years of good times.
Yeah, at least.
Lax Luna said, "Would you rather become rich and famous at 20 to 25 or 40 to 45?"
40 to 45.
Same. Why?
Because I'm just 1 year out, man, and I still got that time, that window. I can still make that window.
You selfish fuck. Yo.
I can still make that window, man. I didn't hit 46.
I say 40 to 45 because I feel like it's just me.
Wiser, more.
Yeah, I feel like certain things you do or certain things in your life kind of prep you for certain things that you might need today.
Right.
Whatever, right? So I feel like if you had shit money management skills and stuff, whatever, in your 20s, your money management skills hopefully should be better in like in your 30s, pushing 40s.
Right.
So now if you came up with like 5 million in your 20s, some of those lotto winners and stuff who are super young, they go back broke real quick.
Oh yeah.
But now if you was to win the lotto and stuff, even in your 40s and stuff like whatever, you already know how to make this money try to last for at least like 2 generations.
True.
Hope, keyword.
Keyword being hope.
Hope, you know what to do.
Keyword being hope.
40 or 45 for me.
Yeah.
Last question comes from Nisi N. Is spitting okay during sex? What kind of spit?
Spit where?
Yeah. Because if we're talking, like, I guess, getting head.
Yeah.
One will assume she's not giving dry head.
I would assume she's not giving dry head.
And if a dude's going down, one would assume he's doing some spit in there.
Yeah.
So that's technically spit. So that's okay. Now if you're talking about like phlegm, like I don't know.
Like that porn shit?
Yeah. That's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. Or like, open your mouth. Let me spit in your mouth. Nah.
Draw the line.
There's parameters to the spit, boo. Parameters to the spit.
Parameters to the spit.
So say the Suns for this week. I got don't do everything, just do the next thing.
So says the Suns.
I feel like a lot of people put too much on their plate.
All right.
And when they have too much on their plate and stuff, they're trying to do everything at once. Like, no,
hard,
like...
Hard to concentrate with so much different things.
Exactly. Yeah. Which way are you going and stuff if you got like so many directions to go? Just pick one direction, deal with that, conquer that, then move on. And then, just that's it, whatever. Yes, you might have guests coming through. Yes, you might have to clean your house. Pick where you're going to start from and work your way all the way till you get everything done.
Right.
So say the Suns.
So says the Suns.
Alrighty, that's it. We sliding up out of here.
Oh, and remember, by the time you see this on a Tuesday, we're going to be heading into the first Friday of August on the 7th.
Yeah.
By Black Fridays. So get yourself out there and support only Bat business on the Friday itself. Do everything what you possibly need and can that the community does not provide or support on the Thursday or the following Saturday after that. And of course, you have 3 more Fridays throughout the month to do whatever you need to be doing.
Hey.
All right? Just dedicate that first Friday to us. All right, so that's it. That's all I got, man, as far as church announcements is concerned.
That's what's up. Yes, folks. Like, subscribe, comment. We welcome to Ask the Sons questions. Good questions for this week.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
That is them again. All right. Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.